Hey y'all, it's Lindsay, and I thought I'd take you along as I continue to decorate my house for Christmas this season. I found several little pockets of time today where I could continue to work on my home decor around here. I've already shown you my mantle back here and the wreath above it, and I showed you the beginnings of the garland that I had strung across the banisters. I wanted to show you kind of like something more than just some greenery on the rail for the stairs, the banisters. So I went through and I decorated that up a little bit, and I wanted to show you what I did. I also went ahead and did a little bit of outdoor decorations for the house, which is new for us this year. And like I said in my previous Decorate With Me video, I am slowly adding bits and pieces to our Christmas decor as the years go by. I also stated in the last video that we have kind of like a traditional green and red kind of taste when it comes to decorating for Christmas, and I was able to find some ribbon at Michael's that I liked that is a red and green and gold plaid that works really well, in my opinion. You know, like everybody's got their own taste. I think I'm gonna swap out some of the burlap ribbon that I've got put up here in my mantle and on that up there. I might swap out the bow on that as well, just so that way everything is like in this plaid ribbon. I really like plaid. It just seems very classic to me. Anyway, let's get to work. A few days earlier, I started up this ornament garland that I had in mind that I want to put in our living room. So I bought these skinny tubes of small ornaments from Dollar Tree and the larger drums of the ornaments from Walmart. And then I bought several packs of the pipe cleaners, and I got those at Walmart as well. And it turns out I bought too many of those, but the girls will use those for craft projects, so it's not a waste. And I made a loop on the end of the first pipe cleaner and just started stringing on the unbreakable ornaments. These are all like the shatterproof plastic ornaments, so I'm not concerned about the weight of them, and I'm also not concerned about them, you know, just cracking on me or breaking on me. And I went through and I was doing 3 or 2 of the small ornaments and then 3 or 2 of the larger ornaments, trying to go in a somewhat random pattern. And once I reached the end of the first pipe cleaner, I twisted a second pipe cleaner onto the first and kind of looped it back onto itself to sort of lock in that pipe cleaner. And I just kept going. I wasn't able to finish the garland in this particular sitting because Lauren needed me. So I set it aside and I picked it up later. So while I put a pin in that project, I found these little garland pieces from Michael's on sale, and I thought these would look really good out on our garage. We've got these 2 little lights, and I just thought it was a great place to hang some greenery because we really don't want to string the house with lights this year. We've not done that, and it's not the right year for it for us. So I decided this would be a great decoration for outside, and it wouldn't really require anything more than a couple of pipe cleaners, which I know will rust, but those are easily replaced. Okay, so here is the kit that I have. I bought this on clearance at Walmart last year and it was half price, so I paid $25 for this. It has the garland over top, the wreath, and 2 little trees. And let's get this unboxed. Alright, so I've got these two trees kind of fluffed up a little bit. This one had a bum cord, so I'm going to have to see what we can do about that. I haven't unfolded the garland yet, but I've kind of fluffed out the wreath, so let's get that hung up. And my doorway here, like between my screen and my actual front door, it's like really narrow, so I don't want this poofed up too much. And I did find some really cute ribbon that I liked a lot, so I'm going to make a bow for this wreath, and I might add a few Dollar Tree picks with, like, you know, some poinsettias and stuff like that to this, just to kind of like give it a little color. But for now, I just kind of want to see how the whole thing looks. Okay, now what I'm debating on is whether I want to hang this garland here on around my door the way that the kit was like intended, or if I want to take it and hang it across here. And I feel like hanging it across here is actually going to be my better option, so I think that's what I'm going to do. Now I am coming back to my garland of ornaments, and it was a really simple project to do. It was just a little more time consuming than I anticipated, and it was really quite easy to sort of shuffle these ornaments around and just kind of really go with the flow on them. I wasn't looking for perfection. I was really just looking for a very full garland. And if I had to do it all over again, I don't know that I would change anything other than getting one more tub of those larger ornaments to make this just probably about 1/3 longer than what it was. And what I really wanted to do was hang it across this mirror here. And it is a little bit smaller than the mirror, but I decided that I was just going to go with it for this year. And next year, if I decide I still like this style, I will add to it. I used some command hooks to stick this to the mirror so it wouldn't do any damage, and it made it really simple to stick there, and I do like the way that it looked. I just feel like it's unfinished, so I'm gonna have to chew on what to do with that mirror. Now I want to decorate up this garland because it's pretty boring as is, and I first started out just adding some red ornaments that correlate with everything else that we've got going on around here. And I wasn't really super content with them the way they were, but I decided to just sort of ruminate on it for a little while, and I stopped to make some bows while I was thinking that through. This is the ribbon that I found at Michael's, and it was originally $15, but I got it on sale for $6, so I was really pleased about that. And there was 100 feet of ribbon in this roll. I would have liked to have bought a slightly thicker ribbon as far as width-wise, but it was really quite perfect for what I needed. And like I said, I really love plaid, so it worked out very nicely. And clearly, Lauren is a fan and is very keen to help do whatever I am doing. These are really just basic bows. I'm just making about 3 loops of the ribbon, and then I will use those little ornament hangers to pinch the middle of the actual bow itself, and then I just spend some time fluffing it out. I feel like with bows and artificial greenery, the more that you fluff them and just kind of manipulate them, the happier you will be with the results. Now that we've got the camera back upright, I am just fluffing out my bow here. This is the last bow I'm going to be adding to the staircase. So I just thought I'd give you a closer view of that since the camera was manhandled by Lauren. And like I said, the more that you fuss with these, the, better the results usually will be. And I'm going to use this little centerpiece that I'm going to hide that piece of wire with as the tie onto the garland to just hold it. Since it's a wired ribbon, it will kind of work just like a twist tie. So now we've got ornaments and we've got bows, but it still feels like it's missing something. It just feels kind of bare. So I decided to take some ribbon and start winding that around the garland as well. And this is something that I know I'm gonna fuss with for like the next month until we take it down. But I do think that adding the ribbon kind of just bulked it up a little bit more and sort of made it look like the bows were tied into the rest of the garland.
So that's what I've got so far as decor is concerned. I am going to zhuzh up that wreath on our front door, and I might even add some ribbon or some decorations on those little trees beside my front door just to kind of liven those up a bit. And I need to get an extension cord for the front porch so that I can plug in that garland, and I need a cord to plug in the garland on the stairs here. I'm really wanting to find like a beige one. I feel like that would be the least obtrusive, so hopefully I can find that. And if I don't, I like it just the way it is. It doesn't necessarily have to be lit up in order to really make me content with it. So I like the fact that this one lights up, and whenever we do finally go cut down a Christmas tree, it'll go over in this corner of the room, and that'll have tons of lights on it anyway. So thanks again for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.